Chap Tales. Don't you wanna hear some Chap Tales? Yes, please. I'd love to hear some Chap Tales. All right. Okay, peeps. This little chap story tale, whatever you wanna call it. Yeah, this was quite a funny time actually. This was my mum had a birthday party at William Ellis School. Like, she hired that as the school, like the big hall and all that, you know what I mean? Like, to have her party in, do you know what I mean? Loads of people that we knew would come in. It was her 50th. And yeah, it was just like, it was a funny night. But so obviously, like, I'm there, like, and you're just sort of sitting there praying that my mum's friends are going to turn up and have their children with them, you know what I mean? And it was funny as well, because I was in year 7 of William Ellis at this time when this happened. Like, so it would have been probably early summer, because my mum's birthday's April time. So I can't remember, probably would have been in May or something like that or whatever. So, yeah, so I would have been just at the end of year 7, like when she booked this, like, so I had a couple of pals there already, like my nephew and Dean Chapronier, because his mum was there and dad and that, and it was just funny, like, because I'd been there at William Ellis for like nearly a year, so I was like thought I knew the place like the back of my hand. But I didn't. Anyway, so first of all, there's about 5 of us or whatever, younger people, and we've sort of got into one of the hallways on the ground floor, and one of the classrooms is unlocked. So we've gone into this classroom, and we're sitting in there just talking about what we can get up to, you know what I mean? And then someone's like, right, how do we get beers? So we're like, how old am I? 12 maybe? And Dean's a year younger than me, so he'd have been 11. And then there was a couple of younger ones who would have been about, I don't know, 9 maybe. Yeah, maybe even 8. But so we're sitting in this classroom. So obviously we got a couple of sneaky young ones or whatever, and we're like, right, go into the hall, sneak round to where they're giving out the drinks, like, and try and steal some beers, like. So we're like, all right, sweet. So we waited in the classroom, and when I say we, me and Dean waited in the classroom, and a couple of the others went off to see if they could get beer in, like, somehow or whatever. But it was quite funny, because they came back to the classroom and they had like 4 cans of Foster's with them, and I was like, wicked, how did you get that? And they was just like, well, we just went up to, was serving out the drinks, and just said, can we have beers? And they was like, yeah, sweet. So they didn't have to steal them after all, you know what I mean? They just like got given them. So we're in the classroom and we're attempting to drink these Foster's, you know what I mean? Like, when you're young, beer and lager and whatever, it don't taste great, does it? It's just like, in the beginning, until you get a tongue for it, you know what I mean, it ain't the greatest drink in the world. You probably prefer to be drinking a can of Coke or whatever. But yeah, so we was in this classroom, just like, don't know, there was probably about 6 of us, like, there might have even been a couple of girls, and I can't really remember who they was. But anyway, we sat there for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes, and drank. We shared these cans between the 6 of us, these 4 cans. So we didn't drink a whole can each. It was just like just over half each or whatever, like. And yeah, so once we'd finished them up, like, we was all feeling a bit like, yes, let's go and do something. And I was like, right, let's go upstairs in the school and we can just look round, see what classrooms are open and stuff like that. And he was like, all right, sweet. So we got upstairs and we're like making a bit of noise up there and running about and all that, like, and just being a bit nutty and that. I remember getting into one of the science rooms or something, and that had a computer in the room, and we were trying to turn this computer on to see if we could get onto the net was very small back then. Yeah. You know, like dial up and all that takes about 15 weeks to get online. And then when you get online, there ain't nothing there. Anyway, so we're upstairs, and obviously, like, the adults are not really thinking about what them kids up to, you know what I mean? They're just doing the whole dancing and drinking and, do you know what I mean? All that sort of stuff, like. But what we forgot was that at William Ellis, there was a caretaker called Len. Lovely guy he was. He really, really was like a top guy. But I mean, his job was obviously to make sure the night ran smoothly and there wasn't no naughtiness from us. And anyway, he lives on the property of William Ellis School. Like, there's, when you come down the drive, it's sort of like to the left is Parley Girls' School and to the right is Ellis. And he had a house bang on that corner as you turn into the Ellis drive bit. Anyway, I don't know who's told him. Someone said that the kids are being a bit mental. They're all upstairs in the school, and he's like, they're what? Anyway, so we're all upstairs, and then we realised that we're like looking out of a window or so. We can see him coming across, like, with, well, actually he weren't with anyone because we didn't actually know who had told him. So we're all like at the top of, because as you come in the front entrance of Ellis, like, the stairs are on the left and they go up, like, and we're just at the top of them stairs, just there. Anyway, he's coming to the foyer of the school, whatever, the reception, whatever you want to call it. And you can hear him talking to someone, but then you can hear him start coming upstairs. So that's it, we're off. We're all running down the corridor. And then he's got to the top stairs and he can see us just running down this corridor, like, so he sort of opened the swing doors and he knows who we are, do you know what I mean? He knows it's my mum's party and she's the one that's hired the school and all that, like. So he's sort of shouting down the hallway, like, John, oi, you lot, stop it, come on downstairs, please. But we don't listen. So at the end of this corridor, you go round to the right, like, where the light, if I can remember rightly, is where the library was, but that's changed in there now. Everything's changed. But anyway, so we chucked a right, and then we run to the end of that corridor, and by now he's running down, trying to chase after us or whatever. So we got to the end of that corridor, and then there's another set of stairs that go down, and but to the right was like the entrance to where the new sixth form block was that they just like created. And we was like, right, that's it, get in there. So we ran into the sixth form bit, and it was where they had like computers and all, like loads of Apple Macintoshes and stuff, like where they used to do IT lessons and stuff. But we was just running. It was really dark as well in there, pitch black. And it was so funny because like there's like all six of us running, yeah, and we didn't realise that there was actually 3 steps down. Not a lot, just 3. But as we were running, we've all gone off the edge of these steps. Like, we just all, all of us hit the floor. There's like 6 of us laying on the floor. Ah! But then we can hear that Len's getting closer, so we just got up and just carried on running, like, and then the sixth form went straight through to the other side of the school, like where the music department was. And I can't really, it's probably completely different in there now, but like, I'm just trying to remember. But yeah, so we done a right there, and we're running down there, and he can see us through the windows of where he is. He can see us in that corridor or whatever. And So he's carrying on, he's running like a nutter, and then we're checking doors as we're going past, and we found this door open. So we're all in there, but we've left the lights out and all that, and we've all just hid in there, like. And it's so funny because you see him go running past the door, like with these little sort of, I don't know, they're like little round windows you get on ships or something, little portholes. But he's run off down there, so he's obviously still thinks he's chasing us. So he's gone running like an utter anyway. So we're in this room, like, and it's like one of the science rooms or whatever. And then there's a computer in there, so we decided to try and turn this computer on, like, and we're there, like, just pressing buttons and all that, and we can't get this computer on for love nor money. And then so we're just totally concentrating on turning this computer on or whatever, all 6 of us around it. And anyway, the doors opened and boom, Len's walked in, and he's like, right, you lot have had it, get out of here. He took us downstairs, like, and found my mum, and he's like basically saying to my mum, look, right, you can't have the kids upstairs, okay? I'm not, can't have that. My mum's going mad at all of us or whatever, and we're like, oh, we won't. So anyway, he's gone back to his house or whatever he's doing or whatever, and we're just there, like, thinking, oh God, this is great, isn't it? Like, being at a party with all these silly adults or whatever. And then we was like, all right, well, let's go to the playgrounds and just see what we could do there. So you have to walk up the side of William Ellis, like, so we get to the end of like this drive bit, but then Len has come out of his ass and he's like, oi, you lot, what are you doing? We're like, we're going in the playground, and he's like, no, you sit in there and wait for your parents. We're like, we're going in the playground. We just like running into the playgrounds, like, so he's come running down there again, like, oh my God, he was chasing us everywhere. It's just mental. So we're like trying to hide from him and all that. Anyway, he's found us again. He's frog marched us back to the school. He's like got my mum again, and she's like, well, what was they doing this time? And he's like, well, they tried to go to the playground. And she's like, well, what's wrong with that? And he's like, no, I want them under your supervision. I don't want them doing nothing. And she's like, oh, all right. So she's like, look, kids, not well. Yeah, we was kids. So she took us into the room or whatever, sat us quite close to the DJ. She's told the DJ to play songs that we want as well. And there's like a buffet or whatever. So she's just gone and got us loads of plates of food for all of us and put loads of cans of Coke on the tables and all that. Like, so we're sitting there, like, and it sort of just like carried on as a bit of a, it was a little bit boring. But yeah, it was just so funny to see Len chasing us. But he didn't actually mention it to like any teachers in school, because I see him like when I was like coming to school or whatever, and he's like, just like, be good today, John. I was like, of course, sir, of course, calling him sir as well, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, but it was just so funny when we was running around the school and he's chasing us and that. Oh, it's just mental. But yeah, so all right, that was another little chap tale about William Ellis School. All right, nice one. Speak soon, peeps. Mwah, 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 nifty.
Chap Tales. Don't you wanna hear some Chap Tales?